In this tutorial, we're going to be making and editing movie clip instances so that they can be referenced with ActionScript 3.0. So again, for this project, we're going to go into our student data files for Flash, and we will go ahead and open up 9-3. So this one looks a little weird at first, but what we're actually going to do is change the shirt on this guy. All right, and we're going to do that with movie clips. If you go ahead and look in your library, you have 4 different folders. I'll just go ahead and open up all these. And under shirt, these are the different shirts that we have. We got the purple shirt, red, rings, and stars. All right, we're probably not going to need any of these others, so we'll just look in the shirt folder. All right, what should happen is when we click these different buttons on the stage, it's going to change the shirt pattern for this dude. All right, so the first thing we'll start with the purple shirt, I guess. So we want to right click and then go to properties. And then under symbol properties, we want to click the advanced tab, and that'll open this up down here. We want to check the export for ActionScript because we're going to have to edit this in code a little bit. And notice it automatically gives it a class and a base class. Go ahead and change the class name, and we're just going to append MC at the end for a movie clip. I'm just going to click OK after that. And it gives me a little dialog box. A definition for this class could not be found, so it's going to create one automatically on export. I'm just going to click Don't Show This Again. That's okay. Going to click OK there. And now if you look in your library panel, I'm going to drag this over a little bit so you can read it. So you have the name, which is purple shirt, and then the linkage. This is how we're going to link it in ActionScript. This is the name that we're going to use to grab this object. All right, we just need to repeat those steps for each of these shirts. So I'll go through and do it real quick. Right click properties, export, red shirt MC, click OK. Rings, export, rings MC, and stars MC. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out our timeline here. We got a bunch of stuff on here. I'm just going to lock everything for right now and create a new layer at the top, and we'll call this Actions. I'm going to select frame 1, go into my Actions panel, and we'll get working on the code. So I'm going to create a variable here for each instance that I'm going to add to the stage for each type of shirt. But now, instead of choosing a shape right here like we normally do, we're going to pick the class that we created right here. So these are classes for each of these objects right here. And we just need to create the instance by using the new keyword and then calling the purple shirt. Okay, so I'm actually just going to copy this and paste it in a few times and then just change what I need to. So this one's going to be red shirt instance. We're grabbing the red shirt MC, creating a new instance for that. Then we have the rings, and I'm going to take the shirt off because we didn't use shirt in the rings and stars for some reason. Okay, so this right here again needs to say the same thing, rings MC, as our linkage label up here. And lastly, stars. Right now, just by putting these in here, our buttons are not going to work yet. I guess we didn't save it yet, did we? So I'm going to do a save as in my project folder. And let's go ahead and call this shirts, for lack of a better name. All right, go ahead and test this out. And notice we do have interactive buttons, so you have hover states on all these. And as I click them, nothing's really happening. Okay, we got a ways to go yet. All right, so I'm going to go to my buttons here, pattern buttons and color buttons, unlock those layers. I'm going to select my purple button, and in my properties panel, I'm going to check out the instance name right here. It's called purple button, or BTN for button. Again, to grab these objects in code, these are the instance names. So they all have one. Red button, stars button, rings button. Okay, I'll go back into my code. And we're going to create event listeners. I guess we'll just start with one event listener for our purple shirt. Okay, so it's going to be a mouse click, and we'll call it display purple for the shirt. All right, we'll go ahead and create a function with the same exact function name. Okay, notice as soon as I typed in mouse event, it gave me an import statement at the top saying that I could use this class now. And all we're going to do is add an instance of this purple shirt to the stage. Okay, and we'll tell it exactly what values to go to. Okay, so not only is it going to add the shirt, but then by putting .x, this is a property of the shirt, and this is telling what x value it needs to go at. So we're just going to set the position both for the x and the y, so we tell it exactly where it needs to go on the stage. All right, if I go ahead and save this, Control S, give it a test. Hopefully we typed everything in right. Kind of a small application here. And making it bigger doesn't help either. If I click the purple button, bam, there's the purple shirt. I can add more purple shirts just by clicking, but don't really see a change because they're just laying on top of one another. All right, I challenge you guys to go ahead and do that. See if you can repeat that process for the other buttons before I show you how to do it. Give it a shot. All right, so I'm going to do it the easy way. I'm just going to copy this, paste it down here, and then change what I need to change. So this is going to be red button, and our function name is going to be display red. So I change my function name right here, and I'm going to change the instance that we're adding, so the red shirt instance, and it's going to be in the same exact position, so I'm not going to change the numbers. And that's it for the red shirt. Paste it in again. Now we'll do the stars button, and I'll change our function name to display stars. So I have to change it down here, so we're grabbing the right function. And I believe we called this stars instance. Yep. And stars instance. And last one. Rings. All right, save that. And let's take a look at what it looks like. Purple shirt, red shirt, stars. Notice the color's still there. Rings, notice you still see the stars. Notice the stars are now on top of the rings. So whatever you click next, it puts a new instance right on top. Okay, well, how do we fix that? Not quite exactly what we wanted. We wanted the rest of it to disappear and just show what we wanted to click on. So one way to edit it, I'll go back up to my purple display purple shirt function. Right underneath the add child, all we have to do is change the visibility. So for example, I can change the visibility of the red shirt instance and grab the visible property and set it equal to false. Okay, so this means that the red shirt instance is now not going to be shown at all. Okay, unfortunately, since we have 4 instance types, I have to do this for each one. So I'm going to copy this, paste it twice, and we'll turn the stars instance off, and we'll turn the rings instance off. So when I copy these ones, again, to do it the quick way and put it in our next function, I need to change this so it's everything except for the red. So purple shirt instance. This one's going to be everything except the stars. So I'll try and keep this in the same order. Just makes it a little bit easier to read. So I'll turn this to purple. Okay, again, it doesn't matter what order these 3 lines of code are in, they should all work the same way. All right, and last one here, this one's going to be stars. Check out our code here. When we click the purple button, the red shirt instance turns invisible, or not visible because it's false. However, when we click the red one, we're not turning the red shirt instance back to visible. So under each of these, even though it may already be visible, we need to make sure that it is in case they click a different button first. So we need to have each of these on. So we're going to have 4 different statements total, but the visible that statement that corresponds to the correct function name needs to be turned to true. So the next one is going to be stars, and that's true. And the last one will be rings. All right, that should be enough. There we go. Notice as we click the stars and rings button, the colors disappear. All right, so that was a little editing with creating instance names and setting up movie clips in order to be used as classes to be inserted into ActionScript.